Gee, it was a tough slog, but they got it done.
It's a big win. It's a really big win for the Adelaide Crows. I mean, quality of opposition who can do all facets of the game really well. They can move the ball, they can hurt you at clearance, they've got a great back six that stand up most weeks, but their ability to just lock the ball in their forward half, the Adelaide Crows, I think is testament to the growth of some of their young players. Nankervis, Hinge, in that half-back area that press right up and lock the ball. I think it was a really mature performance, and they've taken giant strides in the first 5 to 6 weeks.
They have, and I think it's still a relatively young side with a couple of their players, especially in the back half. You lose against the Gold Coast, then obviously last week the fade out with what happened with Geelong after probably 5 minutes before half-time, and then the back half of that.
Coming off a 5-day break.
You can start to get in a momentum swing of losing, so you start to look to where your next win is. I think Matthew Nicks will come away from tonight knowing that they haven't scored 100 points, which has sort of been their MO for this season, but they've held a very good offensive side to 34 points, a very good defensive game from the Adelaide Crows.
Toughed it out in the wet, didn't they? Just the only issue coming out of that is the injury to Darcy Fogg. So we saw he was crunched on that left side from Harry Himmelberg, a really thunderous bump. He went to the bench for medical treatment, came back on, and it was just too painful for him. So you saw him go back to the end, and that was the end for him. So let's have a look at the bump. Oh no, that's Darcy Fogarty there, and you can just see him wincing, right? So that is a boy in a lot of pain there. So goes off, he'll get scans tomorrow on that. Just hope it's not a serious AC joint. Is it a sternum issue? And he's in a lot of pain. He's a tough customer, Darcy Fogarty. And you just wonder how that could potentially change up the mix too, because the three-headed monster had been working well with Phil Thorpe and Taylor Walker. But if they're missing him, fellas, does that have a considerable impact on the mix?
I think it has an impact on Tex. Like, I don't see Tex Walker playing all 23 games this year, and at a player at his age, they would want to be resting him if it was me as Matthew Nicks' coach. So, but maybe out of necessity, Tex does have to play. They've got Curtin there as that sort of medium, taller type as well. They've sort of been playing 3.5 tall. So certainly if Fogarty's out, Tex will probably have to play more games than maybe Adelaide would have forecast at the start of the season.
I'm excited by it, to be honest. I think the more opportunity you give Riley Thilthorpe as a standalone target, the better this guy could be and the better product he might be forward of the ball. Who knows whether they're too tall or not? It's an asset, a point of difference right now. The competition struggles to curtail. They've gone to Walker 11 times today and Thilthorpe 9. I would love to see 15 opportunities to Thilthorpe and let him rip the game to shreds.
Let's head into the Adelaide change room, shall we? We've got one of their superstars in Isaac Rankin, Kingy's favourite, joins us here on Super Saturday Live. Welcome back, Isaac. Congratulations on the win. How do you digest that type of game when it was just such a hard-fought slog, but you got the 4 points in the end?
Going well. Obviously a gritty win, gritty fought battle against quality opposition. So we sort of toughed it out in the end, and we lucky enough to go away with 4 points. But it was a grit.
Isaac, gather round last week. Did David King stalk you at all while you were there? You know, he was in town a lot. He was kept walking around and asking people where Isaac was. Did he bump into you at all?
I tried to ask where he was and just started that area, so it was all good.
Look, if you keep getting 20 touches, it's going to be hard for us to win the Brownlow, you know. I need more than us. It's an us. I need more. Hey, tell us about the conditions out there. It got quite tough late. Obviously, the rain come down. You had a good lead at that stage. Did you ever feel like the game was in threat or under threat?
Obviously started getting pretty wet. Started fumbling a bit, but we went during the week and worked on our defensive stability, I guess, and as a group, and I thought it held up in the back half of that game when it got towards tough conditions. But like I said, it was a grit, but we was lucky enough to stand up in those conditions.
What about the calf, Isaac? You were a big story last week with a last-minute fitness test before the Geelong game. Literally left it down to the last minute. How did it go today? Obviously a tough test for you in the wet, but got through with flying colours.
Yeah, obviously it was that 5-day break. I was trying to get up for Geelong last week, but it's had the 8-day break, or was it 8 or 9 day break, and calf feels good now, so it's all back to normal. And went out there today and performed, so it was nice.
That's good to hear. What was Matthew Nicks' messaging pre-game? Because obviously you're coming off back-to-back losses. They weren't alarming losses at all, but the one against the Gold Coast Suns, and then obviously Geelong in gather round. What was his messaging today as he tried to avoid a third straight loss?
it was just go out there and win the contest. You know, those loose balls we had to be on him. And like I said, it's quality opposition. You know, when they get the handball chains going, they're pretty hard to stop. So if we can win the contest and get the ball first, that was sort of our messaging. And I feel like we held him to stead during the game.
You must be incredibly proud of your back six. It's probably unheralded, probably for the fact that your forward line's so star-studded, but they got the job done today. They've only given up 34 points. Yeah. It hasn't been a strength of your football club for a period of time now, but it looks like it's building into a strength. Yeah,
that's right. We went away during the week and we tried to work on our defence, I guess, and it's a big part of it. You can't just sort of rely on your offence. You need to be able to defend as well. And I feel like this was a good game to showcase that we can do it and put some belief back in our side and the supporters as well. So it was a great performance on the backs today.
Do we take the guitar out of the bag now? What happens now? You got it there ready to roll to put a few tunes together?
Go home, strum the guitar for a bit, relax. So it's not too late of a game, so still got a couple of hours to chill and then I'll get a good 8 hours sleep.
Isaac, what about your personal matchup, whether it was Bedford or even some time on Tom Green? There were a couple of occasions you were able to slip forward and really create some distance on your man there. Can you take us through that sort of individual matchup tonight?
Yeah, we were sort of wary that Bedford might come to myself. We got a Dorse coming past. Could go to either one of us sort of thing, and was ready for whatever. But we just sort of went out there and played our game. And like you said, we have the tools to be able to play mid and then slip forward and just get them on their toes. So I feel like we did that pretty well as a group today, and we got a good mix through the midfield and forward as well.
Hey Isaac, appreciate your time. Any parting words for your number one fan, David King?
We're going to win this, Brownlow. We're going to win this thing.
Thanks. Good to hear from you. Take care.
Enjoy your Easter. Thanks, Isaac. Great to chat.
Stop embarrassing him. Leave him alone.
No, I want to shower him with the love.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We are on board together. Don't worry.
Well, then you can take away our BP ultimate performance because it is your man.
Well, I tell you what, see Tom Green in the background there? This happened 3 or 4 times. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but this is the magnet that now Matthew Nicks has to play with. Like, he's been a permanent forward at the Suns. He comes here, permanent forward to start. Now he's been in the midfield for probably the last 15 games or so. He's working out in his own time how to get forward and how to make midfielders have to defend Isaac Rankin, the package that is pretty special in the forward half. I think this is brilliant coaching and great evolution of this young guy into one of the top liners in the comp.
I think we're starting to see more players that have this blistering pace and great football knack start to play forward and then make their way into the middle. Cosy Pickett was another example that we saw at the MCG today. Shea Bolton too. These young small forwards that just come in and then all of a sudden they find their craft, they find the way to play at AFL level, and he's going to be a very good midfielder for Adelaide for a very long time.
Question here both, big picture. Where have you got Adelaide pegged? Where do you think they sit? Adelaide fans at home, how far can they or should they go this season? They've come from out of the 8, bouncing in. Where do you think is their mark this year? I mean, is it? Do you think they can get to the big dance? Can they go? Can this footy club go all the way or not?
I reckon 6th to 8th for mine. I think if they miss finals, it will be bitterly disappointing. Yeah. I still got them at about 6th, I reckon.
I got them higher than that. I think they've got a great draw. So they get the opportunity to beat some teams that are welded to the bottom of the ladder. Their offensive game is amongst the top 2 or 3 in the comp. It is that good. Okay, there's some work to do defensively. I think Nick Murray is so important to this back 6. If he stands up in this back 6, I think he's a star factor type defender. And then you're asking for small margins around the edges. Get on a roll. They're a big footy club, a serious football club. If they get on a roll and starts to fuel itself, I can see them winning 6, 8 games in a row in the back half of the year and being a genuine contender for the flag.
And good luck playing them at Adelaide Oval at a packed Adelaide Oval.
Josh Rochelle, not a bad ace to have up your sleeve too. Coming back in, I think, next week against Fremantle, Kath.
Did we make you move up the ladder a little bit?
No, 6th. I'll stay there.
Okay. Stay at 6. Well, you did say 6 to 8, so you've moved up to more 6.
Oh, yeah.
6 to 8.